What's up, you guys? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Thank you. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. This is going to be a story time. And I just wanted to, first of all, stop and thank every one of you guys for watching my videos and, commenting. Definitely commenting. I enjoy you guys' comments. Just messing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta, I ain't even gonna say follow. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like my content, and you don't have to mess with me, but you do. You can mess with anybody else, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it. So I always want to start by saying thank you to you guys. Okay, so let me tell you this story time about the worst HEAD that I have ever gotten in my life. And I'm gonna need y'all to bear with me, and I'm gonna need y'all not to laugh at this story. I mean, you can laugh because it's funny now, but I just want y'all to bear with me until the end of this story, because I'm about to get into it, and it's gonna be crazy. And it's crazy because when I actually think about it, I just be like, I just can't believe. Anyway, let me just get into the story. Okay, you guys. All right, so listen, I ask a lot of questions to fellas and men because a lot of guys just don't know. That's exactly what it is. Like, that's why I always ask questions. And because you never know, the experienced man that's been through something can tell the inexperienced men something that they haven't been through, or they don't know, or they think they know. It's a lot of people that think they know, you know what I'm saying, what goes on in the bedroom and how to get it down in the bedroom, and they don't. Okay? So, let me start this story off by saying, listen, you cannot judge a book by its cover. And I already knew that, but let's get into it. All right, cool. So, when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? My first kid's father, my baby's father, I hate to say that word, but my kid's father, the father of my 3 children, I was a virgin. He wasn't. He was very experienced. Okay, just getting that off my chest. Okay, so, you go through that relationship. We broke up, whatever. All right, so he did not eat kitty, right? He didn't eat it. He didn't believe in it. And he didn't believe in receiving, any HEAD from me. I don't know about, excuse me, I don't know about if he was receiving it, excuse me, something in my throat. I don't know if he was receiving it from somebody else, but he didn't want it from me. And I didn't know how to do it anyway, right? And so that relationship ended, right? But then I got with my daughter's father, my husband, and he literally just showed me what it all was about. I'm talking about riding faces and bending over, eating it from the back, all that freaky shit. I ain't know nothing about that, bro. Like, I was just so, just me and my first was just like, pretty much basic. It wasn't nothing. I mean, he taught me how to throw it back or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? And ride and stuff, because I ain't know nothing about all that. But, you know what I'm saying? Going into this. Okay, so boom. Me and my ex-husband, we divorced going on, right? So around this time, I'll say I'm probably around, maybe about 30, 31, something like that, right? So I meet this dude, and when you meet somebody, you know what I'm saying, like you vibing. Like, at first it's a physical attraction, and I had already liked him because he was somebody that I had seen around. Like, I didn't work with him, but I would go to the place that he worked. So, we was vibing. I could tell he liked me, I like him, or whatever, but whatever. So, this is a while. Like, I had liked him maybe about a year or so. We never vibed. We never got up, but we always flirted. It was funny. He was funny. He was chill. He was cool. And I was like, he sound pretty. He sound like he pretty good people. But I'm one of those people that hate rejection. I am not about to talk to you. I'm not about to ask for your number, because I'm not about to let you hurt my little feelings. It's, I don't know if you got a girlfriend or not. And you can say you got a girlfriend just because you ain't. But, I'm not doing all that. So if you don't approach me, we ain't never going to go nowhere. That's just how we are. How I am. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, about a year and a half, flirting back and forth, saying little stuff. So one day he just asked me for my number, right? And honestly, he may have had a girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. Wasn't my problem. So we get to rapping, we get to talking. We talked and we went out and we hung out with each other. You know, we built a good friendship first. Like, I could actually say that. Like, he was one of the coolest people, smartest people that I had ever, you know, come across. He's real funny, you know, and he used to always, you know what I'm saying, talk about his ex and how she was crazy over him. And you know what I'm saying, like, he would just say, you know, how he would, how his HEAD game was out of this world, like, and he just felt like he was the best. And I feel like you're supposed to feel like you're the best. Me and him had dated, maybe I would say maybe about a month, talking on and off, not on and off, but talking and just hanging out, getting to know each other, building a friendship, being cool, right? So, excuse me, he got to a point, we hanging out one night, and he said, listen, you know, I would like to, you know, go down on you, right? And I'm just like, nah. He said, listen, I don't want nothing else. We ain't got to do nothing else. I just want to show you my eating ability. And he's like, I'm telling you, when you have this shit, like, you ain't going to want nothing else. You're going to be looking for me in the daylight with a flashlight. You're going to be calling me like my ex. You're going to be looking for me crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my goal. So he just like, you know, telling me all this good stuff, like how he gonna do this and how he, like, mind you, he's already told me during the time that we was talking that, you know, he think his D game, his sausage game, his meat game is good, but he think his HEAD is way better, right? I'm trying to keep it. It's hard though. I'm trying to keep it so they don't flag my video. But listen, so that's what he kept saying. Like, this shit is, I'm gonna let you know that you're gonna be crazy about this. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to go there yet. But he was like, no, listen, it's just let me do you. It'd be good. Y'all don't expect nothing back. Alright, I say cool, right? So he get to doing what he doing, you know what I'm saying? And it's feeling good at first, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't just go straight to it, you know. He warmed up the microwave before, you know, he got to where he was going. And so, you know, he get down there, you know, he all kissing all on the thighs and rubbing the thighs. It is feeling great so far. He hasn't actually got to, you know, the actual thing yet. So he actually gets there, right? And he starts, you know, licking and kissing. And at first, he was on point, right? And then all of a sudden, I hear like a growl, like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? Like, is that him? Is he growling? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, but it was still feeling cool. It was still feeling good. So again, you know what's going on, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, the oohs and the ahs is coming, and then all of a sudden, you know, the growling gets a little bit louder. And now let me tell you what's going on with the growling. The growling is getting louder, and then I'm starting to feel some teeth, right? And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, pump your brakes. Am I feeling teeth? Is that what the fuck I'm feeling? This mug, literally, let me tell you, he literally has my little man in the boat in his teeth like this. I'm like, oh my God. What the? I'm like, bro, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to roll with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to roll with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, he ain't like hurting, but it's not feeling good. So I'm like, okay, less teeth, right? And he like, nah. So me being like, he thinking he going in, he think he getting it in, like he think he killing it, and I'm like, no. So I'm like, bro, like, no, that So I'm like, no, that ain't it. Don't do that. And he like, oh no, baby, you know you like that, you know you like that. I said, no, I don't like that. Anytime I feel teeth, bruh, that's a dub. Like, that's a no. He like, you don't like that? I'm like, no, that's not how I like that's not, teeth is not a good thing for me. That's not. He's like, oh, it's okay. So he said, it's okay, Cole, lay back, I got you. I'm gonna go back in, right? So I'm like, he said, I'm gonna try this again. I'm like, all right, cool. Okay. You know, because now I'm on edge, because, bro, that's a sensitive ass motherfucking part, bro, like, for real. And so, you know, he gets to licking and kissing again, and then the growling. Like, the growling is the shit that really threw me the fuck off. Like, what the fuck is you growling for? Like, to each his own, everybody got their own thing they do, but that was a little weird. I'm sorry. So then he's not using teeth anymore, right? So he has his lips like this. And he has the little man in the boat again. Like, and it ain't hurting, but it ain't doing what he think is doing, right? So I'm like, and I'm just like, and again, he can't hear me. The more the more he, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? Now in the middle of him, with his lips, with my shit in his lips, and he's like, he let it go a little bit to me. You like that? You like that? And I'm just like, no. This ain't that. This ain't that. So I told him, listen. I said, listen, let's just chill. Let's just stop. He like, what? Stop. Did you get yours? Did you? Anytime you have to ask me if I got mine, it's a dub. Because I feel like the real G's, the real OGs, the real pros know. You know when a woman get hers, like you just know there's no questions asked. You already know what it is. So the fact that he had to ask me let me know that he was not experienced, or what he did for the last person worked. That shit might have fucking worked for her, but for me, it's a dub. Like I'm one of those. It's got to be soft and gentle. I don't want to feel no teeth. I want it to be, do a little sucking, a little licking, and you know what I'm saying? So he said, listen, let me try one more time. Like, let me try one more time. I said, listen, bro, I don't know if because now my shit is already sore. I got to go check, see if it's bleeding and shit. I got to see if I'm good. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, please just let me try one more time. I don't want this to be, you know what I'm saying, like how you remember or how you feel like it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, from here on out. And I'm like, I'm shaking, y'all. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about that shit. So I'm like, all right, okay, now listen, no teeth. Like, you got to set some ground rules. I had to set some ground rules. I said no teeth, and the lips. It's just not my. So I decide to let him try again. Right, y'all, here we go. So he always start out good, but now I'm on edge. Like, I can't relax because I'm tense like a motherfucker, because I'm like, this motherfucker bite me if I hear some if I feel some, you know what I'm saying, it's over. Like, I'm just on edge because you can't relax. I can't relax now because he done too much that was wrong. So he started off good again, Now he got to get me back to where I was. So we start off good again. He get to licking and kissing and touching and all that stuff. And then he get down there again. Okay, so listen. He bypassed the man in the boat. Now, I don't know if y'all real G's know, or I don't know if y'all professional know. You know what I'm saying? The man in the boat is where the action is. That's where you going, for me. I'm not speaking for nobody else, but for me, that's where you going to get the action. That's where you're going to get the reaction. That's where you might get the squirt. You might get the cream. You might get all that just from the man in the boat right there, if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing. So, he go back. Now he bypasses the man in the boat and goes straight for the hole. Mind you, he's got his tongue all in there, like he just going to town. Like, he going, and he's doing that growling thing. Yeah, like he doing all this. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Listen, if it ain't good, it ain't good. So I just told him, listen, I don't even want to be one of these people to fake with you. I don't. I'm just going to be 100 with you. I said, it ain't getting where I need it to go. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I like. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, what you mean? He was like, I ain't never had no complaints before. I said, well, I can't help that. I said, everybody is different. And for me, that's not my style. I'm not saying you bad at what you do. Like I say, somebody else might think you're great at what you do. But for me, it's not something that I like. And if you're willing, I will teach you what I like. This motherfucker got an attitude, mad as hell, pissed at me, saying, oh, so you trying to say I don't know how to eat? And I'm like, I'm not saying you don't. For me, I'm saying that for me, I can't say who for her or for her, but for me, it's a no, it's a dub. But like I said, I'm willing to teach you. He got so fucking mad, yo. He got up. He was like, oh, so word. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, I think you playing. I think you trying to play my face. I think you this, that, and the third. And I'm like, so why you get mad? Like, I'm not saying that you're horrible. I'm just saying that we can work on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he like, nah, bro, because that's my coup de grace. That's my thing. Like, I know I'm good at that. I know that's my shit. I know he talking about can't nobody fuck with me on that. Like, I know that. I know I'm the best you probably ever had. It's something going on with you. Your shit just, you just, it's sensitive in the wrong places, or you just, I don't know, but this right here is the shit. You got the issue. And I'm like, I got the issue. Okay, cool. How do I have the issue when I'm the one receiving? But hey, if that's what you say, I'm like, there's no reason to get pissed off. Like, I feel like, we built a great foundation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we could build off that. It's not all about sex. I say it's a major part. And I mean, to me, that's one of the major things that I like. I'm just saying. And it's one of the things that I enjoy, because I feel like if you give I'm gonna give my all regardless. Like, when I go there, I'll go give you some HEAD. I'm going there. I'm gonna give you 10 plus, 100 plus every fucking time. I am gonna make you think that I am the most throat goatess, the most gun ho. I'm gonna make you feel like it's an enjoyment for me. For me, it's an enjoyment. It's not a chore for me. It's an enjoyment for me, because I get the enjoyment of how my partner reacts. And I don't know if you fellas can understand that. I'm pretty sure for the guys that that give HEAD to women for their pleasure rather than for the woman's pleasure, you can understand what I'm feeling. I feel like I'm the female version of that. Like, for my man, I'm gonna give you HEAD for my pleasure, not for, you know what I'm saying, your pleasure. But the pleasure I get out of it is just the way you react. So I said, if I come, I'm going to come correct. And he was just like, no. He was like, no. He's like, see, I think you're trying to play me and all this other stuff. So, he got up and he left, and he didn't talk to me for at least 2-3 days. I was calling him, texting him, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't talk to me. And so after time went by a little bit, he kind of calmed down, and he was just like, I get what you saying. I get how I get it. Everybody, different stroke for different folks. Everybody might not like the same thing. But I did all this talking about how, great my HEAD is, and you shot me down and you made me feel bad. And I'm like, I apologize. I tried not to be rude with it, but if it ain't working, I feel like I'm one of those people that communicate that. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and just act like it's the best thing since sliced bread, and I know I'm not happy, because that doesn't do any of us, neither one of us, any good. And it's vice versa. If we get to that point and I do something and it ain't doing it for you, I feel like you should do the same thing. I don't think it's a shot at me. It's just something that I feel like, if I'm doing something you don't like, then tell me what you do like, or you don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Or tell me how to do it, because that's what it's about. So after we got over that hurdle, you guys, we hung out, we chilled, we hooked up, you know what I'm saying? And as time went on, and he decided to do that again, so we got it together. Like, I showed him what I like. And then when it was my time to return the favor, bruh, I had his toes like I know me. I knew that wasn't gonna be an issue for me. But but the whole story and the whole moral of this story is, to let y'all know, some of the questions I asked, because just because, you think you're good and you're killing, and you might be a dream to somebody. How you doing? Either you giving a D, or you giving an HEAD, or you hitting it. It may be perfect for the person you with, but that might not work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff for different folks. And so one thing is not going to fit all. So that's my whole thing. And a lot of the questions that I asked is just because of some of the stuff I went through, and most of the things I've talked to other people, like I said, my homeboys. It's just life experiences and talking to people throughout life. And that's what just made me realize, like, okay, everybody don't have the answer. When it comes to sex, everybody think they have the answer, but sex is one of the things that people are most shy and embarrassed to talk about. That's just what it is. And then once you get over being shy and embarrassed, then you will be okay, because you're not shy and embarrassed to do it. You're not shy and embarrassed to bust. You're not shy and embarrassed to have these kids. So why be shy and embarrassed if you're a man or a woman and you're not getting pleased and you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to have a conversation about it. How are you supposed to get better? How are you supposed to know? And if you don't know, who are you supposed to ask questions? Like, I asked the question, like, if you're good in bed, who taught you? There's no teacher for that. Unless you're watching PORN, or, you know what I'm saying, you got some OGs that's telling you, or, you know, it's trial and error. So I just feel like one thing doesn't fit everybody. And that was just my little story of the worst HEAD I ever have had in my life. It was crazy. And yeah, I had to talk to him about that growling shit too, because that was weird. That was something that I just wasn't into. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, talk to your partner. Let them know. Or talk to them and ask them, you know what I'm saying? Do I please you? If I don't, how can I? And it's just a conversation. That's all. Don't be scared to talk about it. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Don't feel some type of way, because we all do it. We all do it. You know, ain't nobody asking you can they come and sleep with you or whatever. They're just, I ask these questions because it's a lot of people. Yeah, so I'm just going to close this video by saying thank you guys for listening to my story. Thank you for messing with me. I hope y'all like my little ponytail. I had to take out my real hair, y'all. Get them braids a break, but I just wanted to come by and just tell y'all my story, because I was thinking about it the other day, and I just wanted to know, has anybody else had a bad HEAD story? I'll keep wanting to say it, but anybody ever had a bad HEAD story? And if so, you know what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. If not, let me know what you think about this video in the comments. And again, I just want to thank you guys for messing with me, commenting, sharing, and just hanging out with me. Like I said, you could be anywhere else, but you're here with me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. I'm gonna talk to you later. Look out for the next video. Bye.